Let's see. Testing. Laying back in the chair as far back as possible. All right, Jesse, say something from your side. You can cough. That's cool
Yeah,
too.
that's cool.
Yeah.
You can hear me?
I don't know. I'm trying to test the microphone right now.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just seeing if it works at that audio level.
Should we put on headset?
No, I think we'll be good for right now. All right. So
5 minutes later.
Fine.
hey, what's up, dude?
Did you get the picture I sent you?
No, I don't even know where my phone is.
Wait, I haven't looked. You can't send it and call me. That's
cool.
weird.
All right, so testing. No, just testing the microphone. Just trying to see like how the acoustics of the room sound.
Boeing Starline? What? I don't even understand your writing.
All right, okay,
Like
so
topics that you guys are gonna talk about, like things like that. Like the first episode is always that.
okay,
No, like I can't understand your writing.
I'll incorporate it a little bit. I promise I will.
Amazing, Jesse.
Huh?
Said you're gonna be amazing.
My writing is amazing.
Boeing
right,
Starliner?
testing.
A few moments later.
To be about
Yeah.
the topics you guys are going to.
Here, Mario, do me a favor and just message me all of that too.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like if you message it to Jesse, I don't think it's gonna get in there.
Getting out the fucking Kaiser place.
Fool, what happened to space that you were talking about? I don't know.
All right, okay, so testing, setting the microphone. All right, whispering, moving. There's phone in the background.
Communication of everything.
Okay, 4 more
I
days.
guess they don't want the Indians to fucking have a rover in Mars. You guys hear about that?
No.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one that heard about that.
All right, okay. Hold up. All right, okay.
12 seconds later.
2, 1. Podcast is on. Welcome to Shenangle. Oh shit, or something like that. Is it recording? It's recording. Okay.
How do you not know?
All right. Let me see the text messages that Mario sent you. I gotta read this. All right. So we got ourselves a volunteer producer. Oh boy, these are some gifts. All right. So the first thing on the podcast, guys. So this is a brand new podcast between me and my cousin Jesse. What's up, dude?
What's up, Seth?
All right. We decided to start a podcast. We're just going to be, for the most part, talking about a couple of stuff here and there. We got a self-elected producer. His name is Mario. He'll be chiming in every now and then. He wants us to search the Boeing Starliner Thanksgiving dose thing.
He's talking about the dog when he ran inside the house.
Oh, okay. Talk about what the podcast is going to be about and the topics you guys are going to talk about. Okay, all right, here. All right, so there's something happened with an airplane with the Boeings, and I think some Indians. Actually, do me a favor, can you call them?
You want to call him?
Yeah, go ahead and call them. All right, that's cool. And then this, I'll probably edit out. I don't know, maybe.
Hello?
Hey, you're on the podcast. What did you want us to talk about?
That, just like shit that people will not research, that they just want to hear about. That's interesting.
Okay. All right. Like what?
Essentially, that one, just like that, like the space thing, what Elon Musk is doing, stock marketing, like the interesting shit, not the fucking boring shit though.
What's the boring shit?
The boring, what's interesting is how fucking Uber fucking hasn't got any money for the stockholders. Instead, they're losing $1 billion a year, and then fucking they're set to make money in 2022. That's when they're really gonna start making money. Right now, it's just fucking a loss.
Okay.
Like, that's one topic right there. The space one, how India sent a fucking rover to space and they lost communication within like feet of it hitting ground, and no one knows about it.
Okay.
And how they lost like fucking.
Then how do you know about it?
On that.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, there was more things on my notebook, but I fucking forgot my notebook.
Okay, it's fine. All right, that's cool. Thanks. We'll check you out later, producer Mario. Peace out.
Good.
All right, we're not gonna talk about any of that shit.
What year is he on? Indians? What Indians?
All right, so so just to go over some introductions, my name's Ramiro. So I've been wanting to do a podcast for a long time, for quite a while. If you know anything about me, you know that I used to make videos on YouTube about Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I currently have my own YouTube channel. It's called I Heart Gaming, and then I do some videos on just some video game stuff, and then I have a Twitter where I do some hot takes. That's at Ramavlos _ capital Y capital T. Very important, guys. And then the other guy that I'm gonna be doing this podcast with, and you heard his beautiful voice already. He is Jesse. What are you about, Jesse?
What up? What up?
Dude, why didn't you turn off your phone?
That's not my phone.
Whose phone is that?
I don't know.
Did your mom left her phone here? No one's mom is here. Okay, so what are you about?
All right, so let's just start by telling them how we came up with the name.
Okay, how do we come up with the name?
We wanted to use Shenanigans,
But it was taken.
but it was taken. And that's when you started researching the names. And you came out with Shenangles,
Okay.
which means...
Aw, shit. It really does if you go to Urban Dictionary.
it really does.
That's cool. And then what the podcast is primarily going to focus on is pretty much just talking about some whatever topics we see somewhat interesting. I don't know much about the Boeing airline stuff, or the Indian satellite, or the Uber stock market crash. But I'm sure we'll get to it eventually. It may not be now. May not be next week. It may not be a month from now. Possibly in like 3 or 4 years, but we'll get to it eventually.
I don't know what he was talking about.
No, it's all good. But yeah, we're obviously a little bit nervous just because this is, first time. And we're just gonna try and navigate it. Come on an adventure with us.
What I want to know,
Okay.
what's going to happen with Trump now?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna get impeached.
I mean, what happens now? I mean...
Well, so he technically got impeached, which means that there's only a couple presidents that got impeached. So that's.
I mean, does that mean we have no president right now?
We're gonna fall apart. Everything's gonna be burning down tomorrow. No, I mean we're gonna have a president. It's just like he's just in the process of getting impeached. It's like you're gambling. It's like, so the Democrats, they're taking a big gamble on whether they can impeach him or not. And if it works out, then, they might have a better chance of winning the election. But if it doesn't work out and they tried impeaching a president who technically didn't do anything bad, then, I mean, it's not going to work out for them. It's going to work out.
But now, what, the Senate has to vote on it? Or
Yeah, so it's going to be almost like a lawsuit between
so it's going to be like United States versus Trump?
Kinda, like the people versus the president.
Yeah. Or it'll be the people against the president.
It's Congress. I don't know if it's the Senate or the House, though. I honestly don't know that. Because the Senate is, 2 representatives per state. And then the House, that's why you do the census every 10 years. So what? Have you ever done the census before?
That's when they count the people, right?
Yeah. Have you ever done that before?
I think one time.
One time? Did you put that you were a guy or a woman? Or did you put?
I put a man.
But I refuse to answer.
I put man.
Man, 100% man.
100% man.
Strong, independent. Yeah. So they do the census, and so there's a certain amount of points. I can't remember what the number of points were for the House of Representatives, but based on your population and how much people are in your state, the points get reallocated. So California has a certain amount of electoral votes. Every state gets at least 2, I believe.
So that's every Senate?
Yeah, because of the Senate. Let me double check that, though. And
But I think he controls the Senate. Because there's more Republicans, right?
Yeah. I think there's more Republicans in the Senate, but there's more Democrats in the House of Representatives.
Okay, so what happens if the Senate refuses it?
Okay, so that's the gamble. That's
If
why
they
it's
refuse it, then it's over.
I mean, it's not like simple and shut like that, but it is going to like
Take longer to redo it and stuff.
yeah. I mean, so like let's say he doesn't get a let's say he doesn't okay, so let's say the impeachment goes through. Next year is an election year. So
Yeah.
in November, well I mean at the time of recording it's like 3 days before the new year. So at the during November when he gets elected, I mean when he gets elected, when they vote, I don't even know if he's gonna be impeached by that time. Like an impeach takes a long ass time. It's like,
But he can still run.
yeah, he can still technically run. I mean, he's running for sure because the Republican, as far as I know, they don't have another ticket. But like I don't even know who's running on the Democrat side. Like I mean, I know who's. I don't know. Have you like been keeping up with like who's running for it or not?
Not really.
Okay, so there's
Sanders. I mean,
the Bernie Sanders. Yeah. Okay, so Sanders, he's cool. He's also old as fuck. He's like really fucking old, man. And Donald Trump is also really old. Like Donald Trump is like almost 80 years old. Well, how old is Donald Trump? Donald Trump age. God, the magic of Google. 73 years old.
he said 80.
That's closer to 80. Yeah, so Bernie Sanders is 78. Joe Biden
Man,
is
he don't look
77.
78. He looks like 98.
Dude, he looks old as fuck. Bernie Sanders looks old. Elizabeth Warren is 70 years old. And I don't like that there's these old ass people running for law because they're the ones that are going to be making laws that affect a lot of younger people. And that, I mean, that just kind of, I mean, it's...
Well, didn't say Kanye West said he was running. Tom Cruise, I saw there was a commercial.
Who was that dude? The guy that made the that one song, Wyclef. What the Caribbean singer Wyclef Jean? Wyclef Jean? Wyclef Jean? yeah, Wyclef Jean. He did that one song with Lil Wayne one time. The Sweetest Girl. Dollar Bill or something like that? Nada?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No,
Oh, no, never mind. It was with Akon, I think. Either way, one time he said he was going to run president for, I think, like, Jamaica or something. Yeah, like, it's
I think he did.
he could have. Anyway, but with Kanye West, I don't fucking know. Kanye West is crazy. Dude, that dude said he was Jesus multiple times. How much you want to bet that if a Mexican goes into a Mexican restaurant, you know, they see the freaking la Virgen in the tortilla?
He's like, yo soy Jesús. Yo también, güey.
They'll be like, they'll look at the tortillas like, holy shit, it's Kanye West. Yeah, that's yeah, Haiti. He was trying to run to be the president of Haiti. That was back in 2010. Jesus, that was a long time ago. That's 9 years ago, dude. It's probably 2022.
I think if Kanye runs, I think he'll win.
He could. I mean, he's definitely more popular than some other people. Kanye West is so fucking crazy. Let's look up a list of the craziest things Kanye West has done. Sorry guys, that's me typing. All right, here, content.time.com. It's a good website. Jesus Christ. Sorry guys, that's my grandma's television. All right, screw that other website. We're going to telltalesonline.com.
You just say it.
All right, okay. Because you might know more about this because you kept up with music way more than him. So, apparently people didn't like that he was on the Kanye. Kim and his wife Kim Kardashian were on the cover of Vogue magazine. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's a chick magazine. Maybe they don't like guys. Oh yeah, Kanye West in February 2016 asked Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion. Yeah, you know what that reminds me of? The bad guy from Austin Powers, Dr. Evil. It's like 1 billion, million, gazillion dollars. Let's see. I write this to my brothers while still $53 million in personal debt. Please pray we overcome. This is my true heart. Mark Zuckerberg invests $1 billion into Kanye West ideas. Let's see. In January 2016, he attacks Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, that had to do because of the stripper.
The what?
He used to go out with a stripper.
Why? No, I mean, sorry. Like, wait, what?
What was that girl's name?
I don't know. Kanye West, 12th, you wouldn't have a child if it wasn't for me. 13th, you own waves, I own your child. Oh, this is the most famous one. October 2007, Kanye rants about losing the VMAs. This is the Taylor Swift one. Or no.
No, I think he was complaining because Beyonce didn't win it.
Let's see. He was nominated and that he hadn't been asked to play on the main stage like Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. His response, throwing a fit backstage and threatening to never attend the MTV VM. Oh, good thing. Oh, man, that's a threat right there. I'm never coming to your show ever again. As we all know, he did not hold that threat. Although Taylor Swift probably wish he did. Oh, yeah, because I guess...
Well, that's when he came out.
Oh, February 2016, Kanye West compares himself to Jesus. That's a bad one. That's a bad one. I don't know anyone that's compared themselves to Jesus. Except crazy people. Let's see. And Kanye offends a guy in a wheelchair in... Oh, I remember this. He was trying to get everybody to stand up in the crowd. There's this one dude like by the front seats in a wheelchair. He was trying to get him to stand up. He was trying getting everyone in the crowd to rile him up, like stand up. And this one dude in a wheelchair just couldn't stand up. Kanye jokes with Beck. I don't know who Beck is. I don't. Kanye bashes Taylor Swift. February 2016. Kanye announces he's running for president. 2015.
What was the last thing he did?
February 2016. Kanye claims Cosby is innocent. Was that? Did you ever see
What
that?
year was that?
2016. February 2016.
That's pretty good. 4 years.
Did you ever? It was just a big tweet in big letters that said Bill Cosby innocent. Jesus Christ. Kanye supports Trump, badmouths Beyonce and Jay-Z. Doesn't he work with Beyonce and Jay-Z though?
He used to. He doesn't no more.
Oh, wasn't he part of their?
Jay-Z kind of had beef.
Wasn't he part of their Tidal thing?
Yeah, he is.
Is that still going on Tidal?
Yeah,
That's
I think there's a bunch of artists that own it.
Oh, let's see. Kanye meets Trump. Kanye defends R. Kelly. Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. He's defended R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
Damn.
That's a bad one. Did you ever see those documentaries on those two?
No.
No, dude.
I don't even know what Bill Cosby did, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So Bill Cosby raped like 70 women, like over the course of I think like well, let me see.
While he was like acting.
Yeah. Did you ever see a Cosby show?
But
Well, go ahead.
they just got a bunch of actors like that.
What do you
Old
mean?
actors.
I mean, he
Like
was.
being
What do you mean?
pedophiles and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people get accused of that stuff, but like, he did a lot of roofing.
Like even the guy from House of Cards.
Yeah, dude, his was weird. His was that was not as clear cut as it seemed. Because I read up a little bit more on that, and it's not as easy. He went to a party, and the guy was there, and the dude was working there at the party, and he was serving alcohol. And if I remember correctly, I could be wrong. Just correct me if I'm wrong.
I've never heard the story.
Okay, no. Well, I mean, if someone's listening, just correct me if I'm wrong. I could totally be wrong. Could be talking out of my ass. So the dude, I gotta.
No, what was his name? What was his name?
Kevin Spacey. Yeah. Okay. Well, while you're looking up the Kevin Spacey,
No, but I want to hear what you have to say.
okay, okay. Hold up. Let's see. Kevin Spacey, accuser. Okay, so yeah, so he was at a party. So the first one from the House of Cards is so it was weird. So he said that Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted him.
Him.
So the accuser said Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted him at a party.
Him? Like a guy?
Yeah, so a guy claims that Kevin Spacey sexually assaulted the guy. And then Kevin Spacey put out on Twitter that he's coming out as gay.
Wow.
So
I didn't even know.
yeah, so it gets a little bit more confusing. So fast forward to when they go to trial. And they're looking at the text messages of this guy.
Damn, he used to be a good actor.
Yeah. And when they're looking at the text messages, they see that the guy has a girlfriend. he's texting back and forth in between to the girlfriend and the whole thing. He's like, I think Kevin Spacey's hitting on me. It's like, I think Kevin Spacey like wants me, and his girlfriend is encouraging to like do stuff with him, and then he's leading on signs to do stuff with Kevin Spacey, and then at the same time, this dude is having like an existential crisis on whether he's gay or not because he's getting hit on by Kevin Spacey, and the whole thing it's not as easy as it seems, but there was something shady that said that apparently Kevin Spacey he one of the accusers just randomly died pretty recently, which is
actually yesterday.
Yeah, that was
I just seen it right now. It said 1 day ago. So shit.
Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what that is. Yeah, for you guys that don't know, Kevin Spacey was the dude that played the robot in the Avengers 2. Kanye says
he's the guy from House of Cards.
Yeah, Kanye West said in May 2018 that slavery was a choice. I'm gonna choose to not work today. And then 2009 was when he interrupted Taylor Swift. Man, Kanye West is an asshole. I don't like that dude. All right, sorry I'm not talking, guys. I'm still trying to get used to all this shit, just like you guys. But
did you watch America lose yesterday?
What game? The soccer game?
Yeah, that's
what
the final. 2-1 Monterrey.
Well, okay, so where are they in the cup?
It's the final. What do you mean? Where are they? It's the final.
Okay. Because
they're just playing 2 games. On Sunday, they're playing the next one.
So I know a while back ago they were wasn't it a big deal that they beat Mexico like last year? I mean Germany like last year or something.
That was a World Cup.
Oh, okay. So what's the difference between? Wait, I'm confused. What is all this?
America and teams like that, there's.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm like a soccer version. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, the other teams are national teams.
Okay, so how many touchdowns do you need to get in soccer to win?
Well, we're not about to explain soccer right now. I'm not. You know soccer. I'm not gonna explain soccer.
Okay. So, I don't know shit about the cup though. So what?
Well, the World Cup is national teams. The other ones are just little teams that you go play with.
Okay, so what's America then?
USA.
Okay, so it's a national team.
Yes.
Okay, so they lost?
America is in the Mexican club team. America against Monterrey.
Wait, Mexico has a team named America?
You really don't know.
No, because
you know what? Let's just change the conversation because it's
no,
gonna be a long story.
Because I remember learning about soccer a little bit last year.
Yeah, but you heard of Chivas and America, Cruz Azul, and all those teams. They all play in the league.
Okay.
But that's not compared to the national team.
But America had they had that blue and yellow logo, right?
The eagle.
Okay. There's a planet in there though, right?
Yeah, well, it's not like the. Yeah, you can say a planet. It's got Saturn, and then it's got the eagle right there.
Okay, so what does this mean for America then?
It means they're down by a goal.
So what does that mean?
That means they have to win by 2 goals.
The next game or like last game?
The last game.
And who are they playing against?
Monterrey.
Okay, and that's where they get that cheese that they use for quesadillas, right? Monterey Jack cheese.
I really don't know.
But
I really don't know. That's a good question.
That's the cheese, man. Monterrey. Okay. So, what happens if they win the cup? This is a Mexico league.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a Mexico league. The team of America. Do they use any United States people?
No.
So it's all Mexicans.
No. They're all.
Why don't they just call themselves North America?
South America.
Okay, so
that's not really my team. My team's Chivas. I really don't know shit about America.
Okay, so why isn't Chivas in the final? And what's Chivas Spanish for?
Goat.
Okay. Why aren't the goats in the final?
Because they suck.
They eat the goats.
Because they suck.
Now, when I worked at a pizza store, they would go crazy over soccer. They would just play soccer all day long, especially during the World Cup.
Up there in Texas?
Oh yeah, dude, soccer's super popular.
Texas?
Yeah, they have Houston's team has a pretty good fan base. It's called the Dynamo.
Oh yeah, they actually won it a couple years ago.
Yeah, there were people were wearing a lot of orange.
Yep.
They got the same color as the Astros.
Yeah, I mean the Astros. I don't know if you heard about the Astros.
They won the world. They moneyball that shit.
No, no, they were cheating.
What?
They knew every pitch that was coming
Oh.
because they were videotaping the pitcher, so they knew the signs.
Oh.
So they were banging some stuff like a trash thing in the stands.
Wait, when did they find out about that then?
Right before the season ended. They've been cheating for the last 3 years.
Oh man, well that sucks. Well, I remember when they won, a lot of people were happy.
They're not happy no more.
Okay. All right, what else did Mario say that we need to talk about?
He said something that he said talk about the UFOs.
The UFOs. Is he high? Why does he want to talk about all this random shit?
I don't know.
I don't know shit about UFOs. Like, I really don't know shit. I know what a Dyson sphere is. I just learned what that is.
What's a Dyson sphere?
It's a science fictional thing. It's like this huge planet thing that can absorb the power of a sun.
I really don't believe in aliens.
Yeah, I don't really care for aliens. My mom believes in aliens. She hardcore believes in them.
Well, you know who created the aliens?
People's imaginations.
No, it was some guy named H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh. Dude, okay, do me a favor right now. You got Google, right? On your phone? You got internet on your phone.
It depends.
Okay. You can search shit on your phone. Okay, do me a favor. Look up H.P. If you're listening right now, look up H.P. Lovecraft's cat's name. Look up the name of his cat.
Have you heard of him?
Huh?
You heard of him?
Yeah, I know who he is. He made Cthulhu. Look up the name of his cat. I'm gonna show it for a second.
Wow. I'm not even gonna say it. We're not gonna say it. Okay, that's perfect. That's a good example because he's the one that created the word aliens.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But he was talking about immigrants.
Oh.
And that reference that you just made is perfect. It's perfect.
For you guys that don't know, the name of his cat, it's like the N-word and then cat, right?
No, they have to search it. Don't tell him.
Oh, shit. Dude, we gotta go. There's a child abduction.
We have to go?
We gotta look for a gold Ford right now.
Let's all go.
Guys, if you're listening, it's a license plate 6. Oh, boy. Anyway, the Amber Alert is 6Z.
Oh, wait. I got it now. I gotta go now.
It's a 6ZPF343. If you're driving, you're listening to this, and you see anyone with the license plate 6ZPF343, call your police department so they can find this little person.
I'm pretty sure you guys all got that message.
Yeah, possibly. It could be late now, but it doesn't help. Yeah, no. H.P. Lovecraft, he created the whole Cthulhu mythology, which is like that weird alien that has like tentacles and stuff.
Yeah,
they make like that tentacle porn out of it.
I didn't know about his cat though. That's...
Oh yeah. That's once again, guys, if you're listening, H.P. Lovecraft's cat. Look it up. Just look it up right now. Yeah. That's
because they used to say like he was real racist.
Yeah, that
right there puts a stamp on it. Like, yes, he was.
Yeah, it's his real cat's name. It's a cat that he gave it that name. That is so.
That's crazy because I was just searching him a couple of days ago.
No. Yeah, he created the whole Cthulhu mythology. There's a whole bunch of games based around that too. It's interesting. H.P. Lovecraft is regarded as like a really good storyteller. I mean, racism aside, supposedly he's a pretty good storyteller.
You read any of his books?
Huh?
Have you read any of his books?
No, I just know the Cthulhu one. That's the only one. And I know that like in a lot of games I've played, apparently like some of his influence is felt, but I don't really know. I play a lot of games, so I don't know. It's like if someone farts and then I don't know where this metaphor was.
How's your Twitch thing going?
Oh yeah, so I stream on Twitch and YouTube and Mixer. It's going okay. If you guys want to see it, it's I_heart_gaming. You know what's crazy is when I made my YouTube channel, it's called iHeart Gaming. Did not focus test the name at all. So I did not know that it sounded very similar to I Heart Gay Men. I told someone, and they're like, "Wait, is your YouTube channel I Heart Gay Men?" I was like, "No, it's I Heart Gaming," but I did not know that it sounded like that. Yeah, no. All right, but yeah,
What game are you doing then?
right now I'm streaming Apex Legends. I like that game a lot. Apex Legends, Dead or Alive. Eventually I'll get back to Death Stranding.
There's gotta be a bunch of people for Call of Duty, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Call of Duty. I mean, it plays fine, but I just prefer Apex Legends, man.
So you don't play Call of Duty at all?
Not really. I mean, the people that made Apex Legends, they made Call of Duty before, which is probably why it feels a little bit similar to it. But no, Apex Legends.
But it's Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
So it's the same producer, same everything.
Yeah, sorta. So they made the original Modern Warfares. So 1, 2, and I think 3. I'm not sure on the third one. But yeah, they did their own games. They made something called Titanfall, and then they went on to make Apex after that. They also recently made that new Star Wars game that's really popular. Yeah, but that's its own thing. I mean, streaming, in case you guys ever want to get into it, it's not as easy as it seems, but it's a lot of fun if you like doing that kind of stuff. You were thinking about trying to do something like that, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing for PES 2020.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just because there's not a lot of people on it.
Yeah, for you guys don't know, if you watch Pro Evolution Soccer on Twitch, like there's literally no English people on there.
And then I could do both English and Spanish.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you could also try and do that like really cool like Spanish commentary. Where like, yeah, ahí va, la pelota, ahí va.
Hey, that, I mean, if it takes practice to do that, though. To make it sound perfect, like
it's wild.
Have you ever heard the South American ones?
No.
Oh my god.
The ones they speak Portuguese?
No, like the way they narrate it so quick.
Oh man, that's
and
crazy.
then when they scored, it's just you feel it. Like,
it's in the air. It's like
in the air.
I felt that goal.
Just want to yell goal
from Salvador all the way over here. No, you know what? I've seen esports before. So like professional video game people play. I've seen some of this before, and like for fighting game tournaments or just like some shooters, like Call of Duty, they talk so goddamn fast. Like, and he's ducking, and he's shooting for cover, he's reloading, and like, holy shit.
Oh, and they're playing competition?
Oh yeah, dude. There's real life competitions for all that shit. It's real. It's like the competition is real. They, you know what's illegal in those competitions? Xanax.
Wow.
Yeah, Xanax and benzos are super illegal in those. I don't know.
I can imagine all focused.
Yeah, I don't even think you're allowed to even like compete if you have a prescription for them.
You ever joined a tournament?
I've been thinking about it before, but like,
don't they have like online tournaments?
Now they're starting to do a lot more of that. They didn't used to before. They're starting to do that a lot more on like even PS4, where you can join.
Yeah, because I was playing a tournament in the morning.
Yeah, they and some of them are cash money too. Like some of them do, but like I played Dead or Alive, and they were doing a tournament. Like a person was doing an online tournament for that like 2 weeks ago, and it was like a $150 pot prize. Whoever wins, it's a
what
fighting.
About the entry?
No entry costs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so basically the way it worked, it was like I think like 32 people.
Tell me, but what do they get out of it?
I mean, the person running it, they can get like exposure for their whatever. Like maybe they're streaming the whole tournament on their Twitch or whatever, and they're getting people to watch it like that. But I think it was like 32 people, so like that's divide that by 2. That's 16 matches, and then whoever wins number 1.
But what are you guys doing? What was it?
It's just a fighting game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's just
I don't know why I thought it was like a cowboy thing, Dead or Alive. So.
Yeah, dude, it's one of those things.
It was like an old Western cowboy thing.
Dude, it's such a joke in the fighting game community too, because they call it a titty fighter, because they put these. This is true. They get their engine is called the soft engine, and they get for whatever reason the physics of the girls in these games, like their titties are bouncing in an asymmetrical form all over the place, like up and down, side to side, like all over for no goddamn. It's like they're water jugs.
I think I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, it's so stupid. It's. I wish they would just chill out with that and focus on the actual game, because the game itself is a lot of fun. then you got all this other pervy shit in there that just like it takes away from it because you get people that play it at a high competitive level and they're just like, why the fuck are you guys focusing?
Maybe it's
on
just
this?
distraction.
Yeah, it could be. Like it makes no sense. I mean, what games did you used to play when you were like when you were into? Because you were into games for a while, and then like, around the time the PS3 came out, like a little bit after, maybe a couple of years, you stopped for a long time, and then you just recently got a PS4 like 10 years later.
I just used to play a bunch of sports games, mostly FIFA, Call of Duty, of course.
What's the biggest difference between PES, which is short for Pro Evolution Soccer, and FIFA?
Just the movement of the player. Just you're able to move them around like in a circle real quick. And FIFA is more like an arcade, where we could do just more crazy stuff that wouldn't really happen in a game.
Like 10 chilenas in a row.
Like someone just like juking people, like just doing a bunch of jukes out of like nobody does that in a game. So on PES, you really can't do that. And if you start messing around like that, someone will come take that ball away from you. So it's kind of it gives it feels a little bit more real.
Okay, it's cool if there's not a whole lot talking right now. It's fine. I can cut all this stuff out, and then I'll leave this part in, but I'll cut everything else out. No, it's just it's like when you meet someone for the first time and you just like, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to say.
How you doing over there?
Yeah. Like, so what do you do? No, yeah, I mean, eventually, like, the more we'll podcast, the more like we'll get comfortable. Like I said, I'm pretty comfortable, but you'll eventually get more comfortable. It will happen. Just takes time. But this is why it's important to take notes if you ever want to. Oh yeah, Mario wanted
my notes. Mario. I was gonna say Mario ate my notes.
Mario wanted us to talk about that dog during Thanksgiving.
The dog in Thanksgiving.
Yeah, remember?
The one that ran inside.
Yeah.
Jumped in the pool.
Yeah.
Got dragged out. Put in the garage.
Yeah.
Ate half the turkey. Then ran out. That's the story. That's the story of the dog.
Yeah, for reals. We're chilling at Thanksgiving, and one of our aunts comes in and opens the door, and then out of nowhere, just this street dog just runs in, and like straight up just takes some food, goes to the backyard, takes a swim in the pool. Then Mario kept him for a little bit in the backyard, and then gave him some ham. He had some delicious ham. Some really good ham. That was a really good ham, whoever made that. And then he just left like a day later.
You said, thanks, guys.
Just
You just crashed and left.
Yeah.
Didn't even say bye.
But yeah, it's cool. If you want, we can kind of... It's 36 minutes. We can stop here if you want.
We talked about a lot of shit.
Yeah, I know, it goes by fast. I mean, eventually, like, you'll get better. Like, it's just a big part of it is just, like, you'll get better at flow and delivery. You know, I would recommend try checking out, like, stand-up comedians. Like, good or bad. You'll get better at, like, telling stories and stuff. Or even just talking. And then, like, a good thing is that, like, you know, as your week goes by, just... If you think of something that's really interesting, you could write it down on a notepad and then just bring it up later.
Yeah, that's why I wrote down the Lovecraft thing.
Yeah.
See, that was perfect because I wrote it. I was just listening about this guy, because then Mario started talking about aliens. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this together and see if I can bring it up in the show somehow. And it kind of worked out. And I was like, last night I was like, I hope Ramiro knows about this fool. I swear, if I said it, I was like, I was like, I'm pretty sure Ramiro is...
I'm all over the place. I like interesting things. Like, you know what's one of my favorite historical figures? I love it when they use them in movies. Have you ever heard of Rasputin? Have you ever heard of the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? That's a Star Wars joke. You don't get it. So Rasputin, this dude from Russia.
We need to talk about Star Wars. You said Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
What's going on with Star Wars? Where do you even start?
I don't know. Dude.
I don't even know what the story is.
There's 9 movies.
9 movies? I think I only seen...
No. There's actually more. There's actually...
I've never seen the old ones. Do the old ones make sense?
They do. I would say if you ever go get into them, watch them from.
I don't have a VCR though.
No. I actually do. I actually do have them all on Blu-ray. Because they had.
You have them?
Yeah, I had a special collection. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get these, and they're actually really cool to watch because you realize that the first one was made like 72, 67 or something like that. Like those movies are old. Like they're really old. Like, give me a second. Hold up. Star Wars release date. Yeah. So, god damn it. It just looked up the most recent Star Wars. Episode 4. Yeah, 1977. The first one came out. That was a long time ago. Well, you gotta think about that. 1977. The next one came out, I think, in like 1981. The one after that came out in like 1983 or 1984. That's a long ass time. And then they made episode 1, The Phantom Menace. That one came
That's
out.
the one everybody knows.
Yeah, our generation knows that one a lot more than the other ones. That one came out in 1999. And then Star Wars Episode 2 came out in 2002. And then Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, that one came out in 2005. Then you fast forward to now, Star Wars Episode...
So there hasn't been a movie since 2005?
Yeah, so, yeah, and then there was there were some cartoon shows.
Disney has it now.
Yeah, and there were some cartoon shows. But then Star Wars Episode 7 came out in, like, 2015. So you go from 2005 to
What's the last one that came out?
Star Wars Episode 9. So as far as mainline movies...
So if I watch from Episode 1, it'll make sense.
I wouldn't recommend doing it. Because if you watch from Episode 1, you go Episode 1, 2, and 3. And those look fine or whatever. The prequels, people are kind of goofy about them, but they bring up a lot of cool worlds building stuff. But then when you go from Episode 3, which was made in 2005, to Episode 4, which was made in 1977, you're going to see a huge gap in like movie quality. And what's going to happen is that the pacing is going to go back to whatever.
So they start over?
No, it's just that chronologically, it's Star Wars Episode 1 until Episode 9. But you should watch them in release order, which is Star Wars Episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Why?
Because that's the order that they were released in. And that's the order that watching them is going to make the most sense.
So number 4 was released first.
Yeah, originally it was called Star Wars. And then they renamed it to Star Wars A New Hope. And then they renamed it, I think like in the 80s, they renamed it to Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. And then people were trying to figure out, well, if this is the 4th, what's Episode 1? And then in 1999, they brought out Star Wars Episode 1.
That's interesting.
Because originally...
So have you seen it like that?
Oh, yeah, I've seen... Dude,
have you seen it in that
Yeah.
order you said?
Yeah. I've seen them release order.
And it makes sense.
My personal favorite order of watching them is Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and then going back and watching Episode 1, 2, and 3, and then Episode 6. And I think that's one of the better ways to watch them. Because you still... The problem, though, is that whenever you go back and forth in between these two timelines... It's like the movies were made in the 70s and early 80s. And then you're talking about movies that are made in the 2000s. Like, it's a huge gap in technology. And you see it immediately. But I have the Blu-ray versions. If you ever want to check them out, like, Emmanuel, one of our cousins, he did that. He came over and he was like, wait, you had all the Star Wars movies? I was like, yeah, they're right there. And
You were into Star Wars like that? Or what?
Yeah, and that's how he...
So you dressed up as what?
No. That's how he saw them.
What's that?
Chewbacca. Yeah. So that's how he saw him. And, like, because originally when I first bought that big like Blu-ray set, like he was not into Star Wars, and that's the crazy thing is that I feel like people that watch Star Wars.
You have the Dragon Ball ones?
I have some of them actually. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I actually do. Yeah, they're it's fun to go watch them. But so with him, he was watching Star Wars, and it was really funny is that he really got into them. Like it's always funny because people that like don't like Star Wars, they may not like it, but then you watch the movies like from beginning, from Episode 4 all the way to Episode 3. That sounds so stupid when I say it like that, but like you really get into it. Like it's really because you see how like crazy this world. This is like a 40-year-old movie universe that's like slowly getting tightened together. People don't like the new movies as much, but people also didn't like the prequels when they came.
So how come people like Star Trek?
Huh? It's more sciencey. I would say Star Trek is more sciencey, and then Star Wars is way more fantasy. Like Star Wars,
But how come people don't like one and don't like the other?
I think now they like both. I really do think now. I think before it was definitely more of like, oh, you're a Trekkie, you're whatever they call.
Have you ever seen Star Trek?
Yeah, I saw those new movies. They were great. Star Trek. They made 3 ones. I thought they were all really good. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Okay. See you later.
Can I take your mom's car?
No.
What do you mean I'm gonna go pick her ass up? Alright, bye.
Wait, what?
She said she was gonna go pick him up.
Wait, you're gonna pick him up?
Cut all that already.
Huh?
You can cut all that.
Oh yeah. So well, yeah, that's the thing with Star Wars is that
Hold on.
Yeah.
Get this dog out.
yeah, that's cool. Get this audio.
Hey, go. And then she looks at me like, fine.
So yeah, that's the thing with Star Wars is that like if you actually sit down and watch them and like pay attention to them, they're really fun movies to get into because you realize how they created a space adventure with the technology that they had in the 70s, and even if you watch it now, it looks pretty good. Like it looks pretty good what they were able to accomplish with like whatever special.
They just look kind of boring. Like you always just see them like
Just talking.
talking. Like
Yeah,
they're just standing there talking.
and that's the thing is that like the prequels have more action. So episodes 1 to 3 have more action. The originals they have a little bit more talking because they didn't have the technology to do like the crazy set pieces that they do now. So it's
Damn, we need to have like a Star Wars day.
Don't
And
know.
dress up and
Now here I'll bring the Blu-ray one day and like you can see it's
it's one Blu-ray for all of them.
no it's all the movies.
Oh, separately.
Yeah, but it's like they're remastered in high definition, which looks pretty good. Like when you see it, you're like, wow, this thing was made in the 70s. What people don't like about Star Wars is that so when they started calling them Episode 4, 5, and 6, the original ones, instead of the Star Wars, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi.
Now they got names, right?
Yeah, now they're called Episode 4, Episode 5, Episode 6. It wasn't like that always. But when they went back, they added all these like special effects that people did not like. And they criticized George Lucas a lot about them. He was the creator. But because when he made the first Star Wars movie, he had an idea of what the big story was going to be, but he didn't think the movie was going to be successful.
But he made all of them.
He was heavily invested in making the first 6, and then after he sold them to Disney, he was just there as a consultant, where they would ask him like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing this. Like, what do you think?"
I mean, but he had to have some kind of storyline.
Yeah, he had a general. He did after the first one. He wrote out like a long story for what he wanted 9 episodes.
Did they ask him like, how do you?
Yeah. He was a consultant. But Disney did some stuff here and there that people liked and didn't like, and it's interesting.
But this is the first Disney movie, right?
No. So Disney has made the last 5 Star Wars movies. So hold up. They made when Disney got Star Wars, they made Star Wars Episode 7. Then they made
I thought they just got Star Wars.
They did. They made that many movies in like 4 or 5 years. They went crazy. That's why people don't like.
They wanted to push it. Huh?
Yeah, that's some of the reason why people don't like the new Star Wars movies is because they think it's too much, too fast. But
because I'm pretty sure it was kind of like an event thing, something that came out only 5 years.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a huge.
I think that's what Star Wars was.
If you go back and look at the footage for Star Wars Episode 1 and the lines of people that were getting into theaters, like you don't see that shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if they do that, if they do it every like 5 years, then yeah, it'll be crazy. It'll be a thing.
It was like 20 years in between Star Wars Episode 6 and Star Wars Episode 1. And then even then, so Disney made Star Wars Episode 7. Then they made a movie called Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which is probably the best Star Wars movie actually. Because it feels like an actual.
The only one I remember is the Luke Skywalker one.
Yeah.
That's the racing one, right?
No, that was Anakin Skywalker. That was Episode 1. That's the one our
That's
generation.
the only one I remember.
Yeah. No, there's a lot more to it. And then
and then the other one with the dinosaur with the eyes.
Yeah. Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar
People
Binks.
didn't like him. So Disney made Star Wars Episode 7. Rogue One, which I think is the best Star Wars movie ever. Then they made Episode 8. Then they made a movie called Solo, which I actually just watched last night. Which it got a lot of hate, but I watched and I was like, this is actually pretty good.
Have you seen the last one that just came out?
No. I
The one with the girl?
Yeah,
With
no.
the blue?
The most recent one now. No, but some people like it. Some people just, I don't know. When people talk about movies on the internet, I don't always pay attention to it because a lot of people just like to hate on stuff.
Yeah, because I see sometimes when they rate it all low, and then I watch it, and I was like, that was really a good movie.
Yeah,
Like, why would it be so low?
I've been like that a lot, man. It's crazy. Yeah, but it's all good. I think this is a good part to end the podcast. We're at like 48 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so once again, we'll get better at this. Yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at on Twitter at ramavlos_YT, on Instagram at ramavlosyt, I think. I don't know. Just look up my name. Or iHeart Gaming. And then on YouTube, for real though, it is iHeart Gaming. That's probably the most important one to me. If you want to see me stream sometimes, you can follow me on Twitch at I_heart_gaming. And do you want anyone to follow you anywhere?
No. Don't follow me anywhere. Not
Okay.
even home.
Not even to the grocery store.
No.